if you guys have been following Motion RC, you know we've been doing our March Mayhem Custom Aircraft Challenge, and the overall winner turned out to be Joey Jorgensen's AWACS. Hello hobbyists, it is that time of year again. It is Motion RC's third annual March Mayhem Custom Aircraft Challenge. What is the Custom Aircraft Challenge? Well, it is a tournament where we take 64 pilots who submit their own customized Motion RC aircraft, plane or helicopter, and we pit them against each other and we allow the people to vote on the best custom aircraft. Last year's winner was this awesome AWACS from Joey Jorgensen that you can see here, and it was a lot of fun. The last 2 years our customers have had a ton of fun doing this, and we have a lot of fun doing it, and we're excited. In this video we're going to detail all the rules because this contest is run in 2 parts. So we'll talk about what you need to do to enter and to vote in this competition, and we're gonna lay that for you now. So let's get started. This is part 1, the entry period. So the rules couldn't be simpler for part 1. If you're watching this video now, that means our Hobby Squawk forum thread is live, and that will be the only place you're allowed to enter your custom aircraft. And remember, it must be a Motion RC aircraft, so if it could be Freewing, it could be Flightline, it could be Skynetic, it could be Black Horse. It just has to be something that is still available on motionrc.com or .eu that you purchased and customized yourself. So rule 1, again, all entries must be submitted through this forum thread, and that link is in the video description below, and we will be posting that link throughout our social media channels. Rule number 2, obviously to post on Hobby Squawk, you must have a Hobby Squawk forum account. It's free, it's easy to sign up, and it's very easy to submit a photo of your aircraft. And then rule number 3, the voting period is going to go from Friday, February 26th until Tuesday night, March 9th at midnight Eastern Standard Time. So you're gonna have about 10 days to get your submittals in. You could submit as many different aircraft as you want, but we'll talk a little bit later. Only one of your entries is gonna be allowed to possibly make the final 64, because we will have 64 different individuals representing 64 aircraft. No one person could have more than one aircraft in the tournament. So that does it for part 1. Now let's talk about the rules for part 2, which is the voting period. So after the voting period ends on March 9th, that's going to give the Motion RC staff 3 days to decide which 64 people will represent us in the tournament. Last year we had close to 200 submittals, and we narrowed it down to what we felt was the best 64, and we're going to do that again this year. And we will announce our 64 finalists on our live show March 12th. So Friday, March 12th at 12 p.m. Eastern on our Motion RC live show on YouTube. That's where we're going to announce the 64 competitors. And then right after that show ends at 1 p.m. on Friday, March 12th is when the voting portion is going to begin. And again, we will post a link to the voting site because it is a third-party site that hosts this competition. We will post that link everywhere on all Motion RC social media platforms, on the Hobby Squawk forum, everywhere you can think of. It'll be posted, and it'll get posted into the description of this video the day it goes live. So it won't be there yet. It's going to appear again March 12th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And number 2, in order to be able to vote, you must use your Motion RC account email address. Whether it's motionrc.com or motionrc.eu, it doesn't matter, but you have to have a Motion RC account that you purchase from in order to enter the voting portion of this competition. And then number 3, we are going to leave the voting period open from, again, March 12th at 1 p.m. Eastern until Thursday, March 25th at midnight. So at midnight Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, March 25th, the voting period is going to end, and then that means on our live show on Friday, March 26th is when we're going to announce the winners. Because again, this is a 2-part challenge. So the 64 individuals whose aircraft get chosen to be a part of the bracket, whoever gets voted to have the best aircraft, they are going to win one prize, and then the person who votes right, so accumulates the most points in the voting portion, they're going to win a second prize. Now, you can also be the winner of both if you magically are able to do both, but that's probably going to be very rare. But either way, there's 2 chances to win, so whether or not you actually want to submit an aircraft to be voted on, you don't have to in order to play this game and to have fun and win. Now let's just talk about some frequently asked questions. So again, all 64 entrants are going to be chosen by Motion RC. So as long as you submit a picture into the Hobby Squawk thread that is posted in the description of this video, then you are entered, in essence, to have a chance to be selected to be a final 64. And now, if you enter 10, 12 planes, remember, only 1 aircraft per person will be selected. So this is where it gets tricky. If you have 10 aircraft that you think are awesome, if you want to submit all 10, then you leave it up to Motion RC staff as to which one of your 10 would get selected, if any get selected at all. So we might run into an issue where you think your best plane is plane A, but we end up selecting plane B, and you might not think that's your best aircraft, but you left it on us to make that decision by entering all of them. So if you have an aircraft that is your favorite customized Motion RC aircraft, then just submit that aircraft. And I will say, while we're talking about this, make sure that picture is awesome. We got a lot of submittals last year, and the pictures were taken like this. They were in dark rooms or in workshops or in garages, and it doesn't really give you the best impression of just how awesome that aircraft might be. You want to see a picture like this. Here's some of our other submittals where it's outside, it's sunny. Even better if you could get someone to take a picture in flight. Remember, you're relying on all the people who are going to enter this competition to vote. That's the one picture they're going to see of your aircraft, so you better make it a good one. Next, again, all 64 entrants and selections and their bracket placements will all be announced on our live show on Friday, March 12th. So that's where we're going to do the unveiling. We're going to unveil all the brackets. You can see the empty bracket here. We have 4 divisions: thrust, drag, weight, and lift. And we will divide based on the types of entries we get, just like they do in the NC64 tournament. They sort of divvy them up. There's no first or second or third, but we put them in groupings, and that's who you're going to be up against. So everyone in the first round, you're going to vote on all those matchups, and then our system that you vote with, as you vote, so you'll vote for the first 63 matches, then it'll move to the next round, and whoever you select in the first round will get advanced over for you, and that's sort of how this works. So in essence, the people who vote the most times for the same people is going to determine who ends up winning the overall best aircraft. And again, the link to that voting website, which is the second part of this game, will be made live on Friday, March 12th. Once we announce all the winners, as soon as our live show ends, I'm going to hit the button, and that will go live, and everybody's going to have almost 2 weeks to vote. It shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes to run through. It's fun. It's a fun thing to do to select, because sometimes you get an A-10 and a 262. You might get a helicopter and a Mustang. It could get crazy, and it all comes down to who you think is the best and most deserving winner of this competition. And lastly, the prizes. So last year, it was only our second year doing it. The prizes got a little bigger from the year prior, but wasn't quite what it's going to be this year. So again, since we have 2 competitions, one is going to be the aircraft that ends up getting voted the best. That person is going to receive a Free-Wing Yas 39 Gripen 80mm EDF jet, or equivalent. We could talk about that when we get there, when we get to it, but if that's not for you, if you already have one, then we could do something else. But basically, the big grand prize is going to be a Free-Wing Gripen, which is awesome. This is the first year that we're actually going to give away a plane to the winner who customized their best aircraft, and we hope you take that Gripen and customize it to something else that we'll see in next year's tournament. And then the second portion, the voting, whoever accrues the most points, that means you made the most right selections throughout the brackets, you're going to win a $200 gift card to Motion RC, whether it's .com or EU, that depends on where you live. But again, when you submit in that voting period, make sure you do it with the email address associated with your Motion RC account, or else if you win and your email address isn't affiliated with Motion RC account, then you will not be able to win your prize. So make sure you do that. So guys, that'll do it for the Motion RC Aircraft Custom Aircraft Challenge. If you have any more questions, please either leave them in the Squawk thread that you have in the link below, or just comment on this video below and I will answer every single question. So if you're looking for a question that I may not have answered here, definitely scroll through the comments. That question might have been asked and answered in the bottom down here. So guys, it's here right now. You can click the link in the description and you can start entering your pictures. Just remember, take the best possible picture that represents your custom aircraft best. And also, if you were one of the 64 from last year who were chosen to be in the competition, all of those aircraft are void. You can't resubmit aircraft that were already voted on. If you submitted an aircraft last year and it didn't get into the bracket, then by all means, you could resubmit that. Maybe try a different photo. Maybe it was the photo, not the custom aircraft, that didn't get you in last year. We will never know. But guys, entries are open now. We're so excited to be doing our 3rd annual March Mayhem Custom Aircraft Challenge, and we look forward to seeing all of your entries. That'll do it for me, guys, and we'll see you next time at Motion RC.